Hey folks, it's Nashwauk Steve. If you have an older Troy Bilt or Craftsman, maybe Toro lawnmower, and your lever to engage your mower blades is loose, there's no pressure to it, and you've got the same problem I have. It has something to do with the cable that attaches from the bottom of this lever, right here, to the underside where it engages the belts for the mower blades. I'll show you how to figure out what's going on and how to fix it. All right, so the first thing you got to do is disconnect your battery cables. Yeah, I suppose for safety, but more so because that's where you have to go. So go ahead and take those off like I have it here and remove the battery. Battery's out of the way. You can look down here, and right here is the cable that should have an end on it to connect to my lever to engage the mower blades. It's kind of blurry, but if you see messed up looking cable like that, that means you're just broken like mine, and you're gonna have to replace the cable. If you happen to look down there and you see an intact cable with an end like this on it, then you're in good shape. All you have to do is reconnect it. Inside here underneath your mower engagement handle, there's a little hole at the end of that, and this just slides into it and hooks around that Z, and you're set to go again, and you're back in business. I'm not that lucky, so we're gonna go ahead and replace the whole cable assembly that goes down to the spring to engage the mower. If you need to order a replacement cable to engage your mower blades, here's what it looks like, and it's available from many suppliers on Amazon. Some seem to be cheaper than others, but I got one that's kind of middle of the road. Here's a close-up of the tag. And it's got to have that Z-shaped end and a big spring on one end. So that's what you'll need if your cable's broken like mine. Right there's a little hole that you need to have your connector attached to. On the other side is your mower engagement handle. So this is what lifts up when you are engaging the mower blades. So I'll kind of show where that is in relation to everything. You look down, and it's on the right-hand side there as you're looking at it. Here's what that little cable attaching piece looks like. It pulled through on me. I was trying to pry it out, but it's just these two little ears on it. You squeeze them together. You can use a screwdriver and push one down at a time and kind of work it through the hole that it's in. So you can see down there. Where are we at? Yeah, right there. The hole is empty. Right at the tip of my fingernail there. Next thing to do is pop it out of this little bracket that it's in right here. It's just held in there. It's kind of by friction. So pop it out of there and then move on toward the other end where the spring is. All right, so there's the end of that cable as it attaches to the spring that engages the belts for the mower blades. You can see there's a cotter pin in there that holds that piece in place to the cable. So we're gonna remove that cotter pin and then disconnect the other end. Can't quite see it there, but the other end of that spring, and we'll be ready to put the new one in. Here's where the other end connects to the pulleys. The spring here that we're interested in is just hooked around this little metal bracket here with a hole in it. So we're just gonna take that out, fish the new one in, and work backwards from the way we started. So in order to make sure I routed my new cable correctly, I left the old one kind of laying there. Started with the spring, ran it back up under there on the same path as the old one, making sure to go up and down and around the same way the old cable did. So I got that spring attached. Now we're gonna go ahead and get back underneath here and attach that bracket that holds it in place right there. And we can pull the new one out at this point because the routing is correct on the new one. So here's a better look at that bracket from the back end. I didn't realize you could get at it so clearly. But there it is. You can see how this has to align in there horizontally, not vertically. So just get that lined up, get the cable through the slot, and it should slide right in there. Like that. And then put the cotter pin back on the other side. With the cotter pin in, next thing we'll do is snap this in place right there. Come in two hands to do it, but that's where it goes in, just like that. With that snapped in, we move over a little bit to the bracket here. Just have to push that part up and through with a little force so those tabs snap in place, just like that. And now we've got our little Z end left here to connect to the end of the handle, which is on the inside. Definitely need. Okay, I'll show you how that looks like. It looks like when it's connected there. There it is. The little Z end goes through the hole. And then we test this to make sure there's some resistance here as that spring activates, and sure enough, I haven't heard the spring go. So that's all you need to do. If that's your problem, hopefully this helped you fix it. Thanks for watching.